You are now listening to Universally Controversial.
All right, so here we are, episode 2 of Universally Controversial. We made it to episode 2. I'd like to start off by thanking everyone that supported episode 1, everyone that supported what I did, what I started, sharing the video, commenting, letting their friends know, posting about it, following the UC_podcast, the Universally Controversial Podcast Instagram account. Also, I'd like to start by saying everyone that is waiting for Apple Podcasts, I am still waiting for them to verify so that it'll populate on Apple Podcasts. I've done it on 2 separate occasions and it's still not verifying. But once it is on Apple Podcasts, I will make sure I will let everybody know. I'll post a link. But you can still also view it on Spotify and YouTube. So we're gonna go ahead and get into these topics that people sent, the questions that people sent me. First one is we're gonna talk. We got to go back to the coronavirus, right? Coronavirus, like it's as my cousin called it, that Roni. It's crazy. It's like affecting everything that we do now. We can't do nothing. Like we can't go to the movies. Bars are closed. You can't have more than 10 people in a gathering, which is wild because you go to the grocery store, it's 100 people there, easy. Everything in the grocery stores is gone. It used to be just toilet paper. Now it's everything. Everything's gone. I was running the other day. I ran one morning, and people was lined up outside of Vons, the grocery store, like it was a Jordan release. It was lined up like it was a Black Friday sale, and it was like lined down the street for the grocery store, which is crazy to me. The flight prices are still going down. Houston to San Diego round trip, $35. But they about to start canceling these trips, so nobody's gonna be able to come see me. But if y'all get those tickets while you can, you can still come see your boy out here in San Diego. You know what I'm saying? These stimulus packages that they was talking about, they're saying they can give people money since we ain't already been working. It's affecting those people that work in like, waiters, waitresses, the servants, that servant job. I hate to call it a servant because it sounds bad, but like the server is the word I was looking for. Also, but like for y'all that's out there saying Trump wasn't president, he said something about that stimulus package and he got them ears perked up. Now all of a sudden that's your man's, right? Nah, I ain't trying to hear all that. Don't go pick up that check if Trump ain't your president. I'm not trying to hear it. Not trying to hear it, right? Like, keep that same energy. That's what we all want. We want y'all all to keep that same energy, right? Yeah. Oh, somebody asked a question over why people are like licking toilet seats now. Like, yo, that's a thing though. That's crazy to me. That is crazy. People out here licking toilet seats. Like, it was a video of a woman. She was like licking the toilets. Like, I didn't know if it was her toilet seat because I didn't watch the video. I'm not gonna watch no stuff like that. If it was like, imagine. Oh, could you imagine? You go to a restaurant, right? Like you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, right? And she was like, this is a perfect place to do this video that I've been thinking about doing, about to get my followers up, whatever. And she goes to the bathroom in a Buffalo Wild Wings, if it was a public bathroom. Somebody just had the mango habanero wings, bruh, blew the toilet up, right? And she go up in there, she licked the toilet seat. Oh, and everybody knows what like toilet water smells like. Like, it's fucking disgusting. There are many things that smell worse than toilet water. There's like chitlins, sewage, baby shit it's the smell of its own, and morning breath. Those are like probably the worst things I've ever smelled in my life. But like it smells like it's terrible. And then so she licked that, and then she probably washed her hands because that matters at this point now. After you done threw your whole immune system away by licking that goddamn toilet seat. And then she come back, she's like, oh babe, I'm back, blah blah blah. I just had to powder my nose or whatever. And then she come and she kiss you on the lips, and you just smell the slightest hint of toilet water on your lips. What do? She got to go. You got to kill her. It's over. You got to kill her at this point. It's done. The relationship, her life, her whole lifeline. You got to kill her parents for raising her like that. She done. I can't live my life like that. Every time you get into an argument, oh my God, because it don't matter because she did it by choice. It's just like you get into an argument like, Man, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of you. Man, shut your toilet seat, liquor kisser having ass down. Goddamn toilet seat mouth. That's what she gonna start calling you. And every time you kiss her, you never gonna get rid of that fucking toilet seat smell, that bathroom water, that toilet water smell. Every time you kiss her, you gonna smell it. The next time you go to a bathroom, you smell toilet water, you gonna think of her. Your image of her is ruined. But you know, is in this world, somebody's gonna sleep with her. Somebody gonna be with her. That's disgusting. But whatever. Stuff blows over so fast. Like we already forgetting about Tekashi 6ix9ine snitched on the entire planet. He about to get out of jail. Sooner or later, y'all gonna forget about R. Kelly. Y'all forget about a lot of stuff. Y'all forget about motherfuckers that kill kids. Y'all forget about, like, unless Netflix does a documentary on it, y'all gonna forget about it. That's the only reason. Like, nobody knew about, what was the kid's name? Gabriel Fernandez, or whatever that kid's name was. Nobody knew about that kid until the Netflix special came out. Everybody forgot about Aaron Hernandez until the Netflix special came out. So until they do a Netflix special on it, y'all gonna forget about it. So don't even worry about it. Like, she gonna live her life, but I'll forever remember that she was licking toilet seats with her nasty ass. Somebody said something about naming kids. As Black people, we do be coming up with some crazy ass names for our kids. My brother's name is Cravion, right? So it's a play off my name, because my name is Craig. So it's Crai, as if you're spelling Craig, apostrophe Veon. And, you know, then you got all the Vions, Davion, Travion, Lavion, like that, whatever. We went too far with that one. Like, just same thing with Equa, Nequa, or Isha, Shakisha, Lamisha, whatever. It's just we go above and beyond with these names, and I don't have a problem with it because I grew up around it. But whatever. I personally, with my name, like I said, my name is Craig. Me personally, I don't like my name per se. It's not that I don't like my name. I just don't like the jokes that are associated with my name. Because the moment you heard my name was Craig, the first thing you thought of was Friday. I don't care if you saw the movie Friday, you thought of Friday when you heard my name. And then all the jokes come in your head like, you ain't got to lie, Craig. Come on, Craig. Come on, Craig. Craig, get up. Like, you heard all those in your head. Like, where's Smokey? Where's Day Day? Like, you got knocked the fuck. Like, you hear that. Like, every time you hear my name, you hear those classic famous lines. And don't get me wrong, I love Friday. I literally just watched Friday like 2 days ago. I don't know every line in that movie. I love that movie. But, like, the jokes are old now. Like, that movie came out the year I was born, so it's the jokes are old. Like, I've heard them all. There's no Friday joke, quote, line that you can tell me that I've never heard of. So growing up, like, not even growing up, but like once I got into the Marine Corps and I started meeting new people on my own, I wouldn't tell people that my name was Craig. I would tell people that my name was CJ, which is true because Craig Jr. So I tell people my name was CJ just because I didn't want to hear the jokes. Not that I was ashamed of my name or whatever, but just for that reason. And funny story behind that, I met a girl and I told her my name was CJ, and I forgot that I told her that was my name, right? So this was back in 2012, 4th of July weekend. Yeah, I know last week's story was 4th of July weekend, but that was 2011. This is 2012. 2012, 4th of July weekend. I've had some pretty interesting 4th of Julys. Me and my boy Tamir, we go down to South Carolina, right? We go down to South Carolina and we go to meet up with his girl. Mind you, it's been a little drought for your boy, right? It's been a little drought. Like, I ain't got no pussy in 10 plus months, right? Like, I done been on POF trying to, like, this is before Tinder and all this. So, like, I'm on POF trying to meet people, but there's nobody to meet in Havelock, North Carolina. Not at all. And I didn't have a car. So the girls that I did meet on, like, POF and stuff, they didn't want to meet up because I didn't have a car. And, you know, bitches don't like to drive because they're lazy. But that's neither here nor there. So we go to South Carolina, right? Go to South Carolina. My boy's girl has, like, a girl lined up for me, right? It's her god sister. And so I go there, and like soon as I see her, I go like, "Oh, what's up? My name's CJ." And she was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And in my mind, I was like, "I'm fucking tonight. I don't care who I gotta stab. I'm fucking tonight." And so we go out. We go to eat, right? We go out to eat, and we're sitting eating. It's the four of us. Her boyfriend shows up because she had a boyfriend. Her boyfriend shows up and he come in, he dap everybody up, and I'm like, oh fuck. I dap him up, and in the back of my mind, I was like, yo, I'm still gonna smash your girl tonight. Like, I did not give a fuck, dog. I was super grimy. And I ain't had no pussy in a minute. You best believe I was smashing. I didn't care. I would have smashed Jesus' girlfriend that night. I wouldn't care. Lord, forgive me. Please don't strike me down. But anyways, so we go to Walmart right after that because she was bitching about she needed a chaser for the liquor that we brought. Like, because me and my boy brought liquor. She was like, she needed a chaser. And one thing I cannot stand is broke motherfuckers. I cannot stand, like, it's okay to be down on your luck and not have money, but to be broke, like, she could not even afford the Coca-Cola that she was requiring for her chaser, right? A 2 liter of Coke in South Carolina was $1.92. $1.92. I remember this. This was 8 years ago, and I still remember the price of this Coke because I had to pay for that shit. And the only reason I paid for it was because I was like, oh, if I pay for it, like, she ain't got nothing to worry about. She ain't got nothing to complain about. I'm getting that pussy tonight. Like, I was trying to make everything go smoothly so I can get that pussy, right? So we got all the way to the crib, right? Got all the way to the crib, and this bitch is getting on my nerves at this point. Like, she's annoying as fuck. We ready to play the drinking game that we made up or whatever. We waiting to drink and all this other stuff. She hop in the shower. Like, what is you showering for? We all chilling right now. Like, there's no need for a shower. And she was already saying like, oh, I got a boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. So like at this point, I don't even want to fuck at this point. She's so goddamn annoying. She finally gets out the shower. And then like we started playing the drinking game, bro. And so we taking shots. Every time it was time for her to take a shot, this bitch was like, oh, I need some ice. I need a chaser. I need a straw. I wanted to punch her in her goddamn neck. Like, my dick could not have been any more soft at this point. Like, I was so turned off by this bitch. I was just like, fuck, man. I just want to get drunk and fucking pass out somewhere. Like, that was my whole mindset. So my boy and his girl, they start getting in the mood, you know, they a couple or whatever. They was like, oh, and I noticed it. I was like, yo, Amanda, that was her name. I don't give a fuck if she hears it. She'll never hear this. I've never spoken to her since then. But I was like, yo, let's go downstairs. And she's like, no, she ruining the mood. My boy's girl was like, yo, Amanda, get the fuck out. Like, so we get out, we go downstairs. And then, you know, she trying to mess around or whatever. I'm like, oh, tight. Finally about to get some. And then I was like, you know, go ahead, you know, get a little boy that, you know, that neck. Let me see what that mouth do. And she was like, oh, I only do that for my boyfriend. What do you mean? Now all of a sudden you got morals, bitch? What? I didn't understand that. But I wasn't going to talk myself out of it, like I said. So I was like, I bet. Like, let's just go upstairs and get down to the get down. So, you know, we get up there. You know, I'm putting in work. Or so I thought. Anyways, so I'm putting in work and she, you know, she reacting or whatever. And then like we hear something and she's like, oh, CJ, stop. And like, I told you I'm plastered. Like we've been doing shots like all night. So like I'm fucked up. And then all I remember her is like, oh, CJ, stop. And I was like, bitch, who the fuck is CJ? In my mind, I'm like, bitch, my name is Craig. I don't know who the fuck CJ is, but whatever. Like, if it mean get this pussy, I'll be CJ tonight. Whatever. So I'm busting it down, whatever. And then like I end up passing out. Not like after. Like I end up passing out, waking up the next morning. And then I remember telling my boy about it, and we've been joking about that ever since. But that's just why, like, one of the like stories of me telling somebody my name was CJ and me forgetting about it. But like I said, I don't tell people my name is Craig just because of the jokes that come with it. But you know, there's nothing really wrong with the names that we pick for our kids. It's just like you got to think about, like, kids will get made fun of regardless, but don't make them an easy target based on their name. Like my brother Cravion, they call him Crayon, Crayola, all kinds of stuff. Those aren't really that bad, but like you just make it easier for your child to be picked on. I mean, your kid will grow up with tough skin, so it's not really that big a deal. Another question I got here is like, what are the barracks parties like? Barracks parties are life though. Like barracks parties like are something to behold when they're done right with the right people. So I'll say like with my time in LAD when I was like a Lance Corporal, PFC to a Lance Corporal all the way to a Corporal, those parties were by far the best barracks parties I've ever had in my entire career. Like, just because, like, it didn't matter if you lived in the barracks, sergeant down to PFC, private, whatever. We partying, we partying, everybody getting lit, nobody's leaving, nobody's doing no dumb shit. We're all getting lit together. They're taking care of you. So you're not gonna like end up doing anything stupid just because there's always someone looking out for you. So I remember when I was a Lance Corporal, and I was underage at the time, and we would give my boy about $20 to go get us some liquor. So me and my boy Chris, we gave our buddy Luke $20 to go get us each a fifth of SoCo, Southern Comfort, if you don't know what that is. And I learned later on in life that if you have to bend over to get the liquor from like the bottom shelf, then you probably shouldn't be drinking it because it's that cheap shit. But I didn't learn that till later on in life, right? But I definitely found out that night about SoCo. So we go, and he gets us a 2 liter of Coke. So we go back to the barracks. I'm pouring me some SoCo. And this is when chat roulette was real big. So if you don't know what chat roulette is literally Russian roulette with chat rooms. And you go, like, you just click next, and it'll send you to a chat room somewhere across the world with someone else doing chat roulette. And the worst part about it is that there's a lot of dudes on there just jacking off. Like, you flip next and the screen is just some dude beating his meat, which is wild. Wild. But granted, if you click next again, you'll never see that person again. But then there's a chance that you meet some cute girl. You might meet your soulmate, highly unlikely, but you'll meet some girl that'll show you her titties or some shit. But so I never got on there, but like all the dudes in Lad did. And so I would just go around and just like poke my head into their little conversation. But we're all drinking. I'm drinking this SoCo, right? And I go back in and I fix my drink, and I was like, yo, Diaz, my roommate. I was like, yo, well, he wasn't my roommate at the time, but he became my roommate. I was like, yo, Diaz, like, is there enough liquor in here? So he drinks it, and he's like, yeah, there's enough. Later, he told me, so Diaz, this is your fault. Later, he told me that that the cup was like complete SoCo. Like, it was like a dash of Coke, but that was it. And I ended up blacking out. Like, right before I blacked out, I remember going to the bathroom in my room, and I came out, closed my door, and as I'm walking down the catwalk, I puked as I'm walking and just kept walking like nothing happened. And then I don't remember anything after that. I do remember waking up in my bed, though. I was waking up in my rack, and this is how you, like, I don't know if you can consider them good friends. They had great intentions when they did this because they were looking out for me. But like, I'm laying in my rack on my left side because the wall is in front of me, and then the rest of the room is behind me. And they have a backpack on me filled with a pillow and my mass gainer protein. And they zipped it up. That way I can't roll over onto my back, and I can't like vomit and like choke on my own vomit. They also put a Kevlar on me, so if I fell, I wouldn't hit my head, which I did fall out of the rack, and luckily I had the Kevlar on because it saved me from busting my shit open. Later that night, though, they left my boy Chris in my room, and Chris is in there on chat roulette. And I wake up, I was like, yo, Beagle, what are you doing? And he's like, don't worry about nothing. Go sleep. So like, we did that. But yeah, Lad was super dope. Like, and then 3-5, the parties weren't as great. They were good, but they weren't as like epic as like our Lad parties. Cause I don't know, Lad, it was such a small unit that it was more, and it was in North Carolina, so there's not really many places you can go. So everyone's kind of close knit. In 3-5 out here in Southern California, on Fridays, everybody dips and goes to like the beach and fucking goes to LA, goes to San Diego, does whatever they want. So like, if you don't catch somebody or make prior plans, the person's gonna dip on you. You're not gonna see them all fucking weekend. I will say in Okinawa, it became like tight knit because nobody can really go anywhere, and there's a curfew in Okinawa. So one party that me and my boy went to, it was more like a cookout. So Okinawa is when I really started getting big into the gym, and I started working out a lot. I had lost like 20 pounds out there. So it was a Friday. Friday is my cheat day, right? So I go to the gym, I come back, and I go to Popeyes because we had a Popeyes on base. Go to Popeyes, give me that 5-piece tender with the fries, Cajun fries and the biscuit, and they had this chili garlic fucking sauce, and that shit was so fire. Have yet to find it in the States, but that shit was so good. That was a good ass fucking sauce that I've yet to find a duplicate of in America. And I would do that. I get that food, and I'd go to 7 Day, give me a 6 pack of probably like Coronas or some shit like that. Or if I'd get something if I was trying to try something new, but I usually stick with the Coronas, right? You know what I'm saying? So I go back to my room. I'm chilling, eating my food, and then my roommate Sherman comes in. He's like, "Yo, come with me to this cookout. I don't want to go by myself." I was like, "All right, well, let me finish my food and I'll come with you." So I'm drinking a couple beers. We go to my boy Doc Young room. Shout out Doc Young. We go to Doc Young room. We start drinking gin. He was like, "Oh, the party," because the cookout don't really start for like an hour or two. So we go over there, we start drinking. So I'm already fucked up when I get over there. We go over there, they're playing like beer pong and shit. My boy's joining in, but I'm not really joining in because I'm watching him. So he playing and he talking to some chicks or whatever. So I go off kind of to the side because I ain't trying to like be no third wheel type shit. So I started sparking up conversation with people. Everybody knows how fucking social I used to be back then. So I remember I had to go take a piss, like, and my boy Skylar shows up. Skylar shows up and shows me where the restroom is. He's like, "Oh, I know where it's at. I'll take you." So he takes me to the restroom. We go, take a piss, wash my hands, come back out, right? Mind you, I went to the restroom. Remember that part. So I go and we're outside, and this chick that's out there pulls out a bottle of Grey Goose, a full bottle of Grey Goose. And there's like 5 of us in the circle, maybe 5 of us, 4 or 5 of us. Pass this bottle around. Like a regular sized bottle of Grey Goose until that bitch is empty. We finish that, and then she pulls out a bottle of Ciroc, full bottle of Ciroc, cracks that bitch open, pass that around until, so we get pretty fucked up, right? And then, like the duty shows up. Duty shows up and is like, "Oh, I'm looking for a Chapman." And mind you, there's not many Chapmans like in the Marine Corps period. Also, there's definitely not a lot of black ones. So I was like, fuck. I was like, and I'm thinking like, what did I do? Like, I've been here this whole time. I haven't done anything. Like, I've literally just been chilling out. And it was like, yeah, we heard he was pissing outside. And I was like, what the fuck? Because and coincidentally, there was another Chapman there that was black, but he was a Lance Corporal. And so he goes, "Oh, my name's Chapman, such and such." And they were like, "No, this Chapman's a sergeant." Granted, luckily, no one else knew me there besides the chick that I was drinking with. The little group that I was drinking with, and my boy. But Sherman was so fucked up that like he couldn't have even told you what his own name was. And Skylar wasn't no snitch on me though. And so she was like, "Oh, so for the rest of the night, your name's Johnson or whatever." So I was like, "All right, whatever, cool." So end of the night, come here, everybody kind of disperse or whatever. Sherman, this motherfucker is laying on the, like, sitting up against like a stanchion with his legs spread wide open and his head and his chest passed the fuck out. So me and Skylar pick him up, take him back to the room, right? We take him to the room, we lay him in the bed, take his shoes off. Because you don't let your friends fall asleep with their shoes on. We put him in the bed, and so I was like, and like I said, he was my roommate, so I just hopped in the bed. Skylar went to his room, I hopped in the bed, like, I was like, all right, I'm about to go to sleep. And then I hear like a noise. I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And I turn over, because like I'm facing the wall, so I turn over, and I see Sherman throwing up off the side of his bed, like puking everywhere. And I sat there and I watched him the whole time. I watched him and I was like, damn. Well, at least he ain't laying in it. And I turned over and went back to sleep, right? And I forgot about it the next morning. I woke up, I was like, fuck, man. Like, we drank too much, whatever. I was like, what the fuck is that smell? I look over and I was like, oh, shit. Sherman done fucking threw up everywhere. Sherman wake up. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm glad I didn't throw up. Because he didn't throw up on his rack. He literally not a drop hit his rack. He's like, man, I ain't throw up, blah, blah. Motherfucker looked over the side of that bed. I was like, yeah, you're going to have to clean that up, fam. Like, because that shit's smelling up this whole fucking room. But yeah, we had some pretty good ones in 3-5. I got some more I'll tell y'all later, but they weren't as good as Lads. Lads, we got lit. Like, we got fucked up. We got some wild shit in Lad. That shit was wild, like stripper poles type shit, ending up at strip clubs type shit. Like, shit was crazy. But all right, so another question I got, how long did I wait to tell Cindy that I was into anime? I didn't wait. What am I wait for? You can tell that person whenever you feel like it that you're into anime. If you're into anime, you're into anime. Anime is whatever. If they don't like anime, then, or if it's not their cup of tea, okay, that's cool. It's not for everybody. Just like Cindy watches like Grey's Anatomy and uh, Queen of the South and Narcos, and I don't watch that. I'm not interested in it. Like I'm not. So she watches that, and I let her do her, and I watch anime. She lets me do me. But like, so she'll come and watch anime with me though. So that's dope. I mean, I have to explain a lot to her, but like that doesn't bother me. I enjoy educating people on anime because the more people that watch anime, the better the community, and the better the awareness. Because then the more people that watch anime, the more money they get, which means they can keep coming out with more anime, right? So I explained it. It's the only problem, and it's not really a problem. It's just making sure they're all the way caught up with where you are now. If they're not gonna go back and watch everything, because like some animes, you're not gonna go back and watch all of them. Like you're not going back and watching One Piece, Dragon Ball Z. Well, maybe Dragon Ball Z, but just because Dragon Ball Z is such a historic anime, so classic, you can go back and watch it. But like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, the ones with like 500 episodes, you're not watching every single episode. You're not going to. It's too many. There's a lot of fillers and shit like that. So you're not gonna go back. So you have to just make sure that they're caught up and they know all the characters. So and what's gotten them to that point, right? With as much detail as possible. But other than that, it's dope. Like I watch anime. I don't really read manga that much anymore, but I've been trying to get back into it. But yeah, I watch anime. If you want some good animes to watch, right now I'm watching Fire Force. Season 1 is on Hulu. Super dope. I slept on it. Like I was disappointed that like I passed that one up, but it was super dope. Demon Slayer is really good. It's only on season 1. I finished season 1. Fire Force is also on season 1. Seven Deadly Sins on Netflix. It has the first 2 episodes. It also has a movie on Netflix. However, the only bad thing about Seven Deadly Sins is season 3 is out, but whoever did animation for season 3, it was terrible. Like the season 3 animation was fucking garbage. So if you want to sit through that, then I guess you can. Right now, those are the only ones I'm really watching. I watch a little bit of Dragon Ball Heroes every once in a while, but that's kind of like fan made. Not fan made, but made strictly for fans. It doesn't really carry a real storyline. So now we're gonna move over to females or males. Like, how do y'all feel about your significant other having friends of the opposite sex, right? And for me, like as long as I know who they are, then it's not that big a deal, and I know who they are. I know who what their intentions are. Then it's not. It's when that person doesn't know that other person, your friend. That's when it's a problem, right? Because it's not that they don't trust you; it's that they don't trust the intentions of the other person because they don't know them, right? So, let's paint this scenario for you, right? Let's say y'all out and about, y'all at the mall. You at the mall, if you a guy, and you with your girl, you at the mall, right? Y'all walking hand in hand, y'all having a good old time, right? Dude comes up out of nowhere, right? He's like, "Oh, Jennifer, is that you? Oh, Jennifer, how you doing?" He go up, give her a hug, blah, blah. "Man, I ain't seen you in forever." They sharing a laugh. And then he hits you with "Yo, my dog, what's up?" He try to shake it. Nah, bro. None of that. Like, cut all that. There ain't no shaking her. "What's up, bro?" None of that. Only thing you better do is defend yourself right now. Throw your hands up because we got to chunk these hoes. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like, you don't do that. Like, and as the female, you got to hit her you got to hit old dude with the Reggie Bush stiff arm. You can't, no. That's disrespectful. Same thing with dudes. Like, a chick come up, try to hug you with your girl right there. Man, you better palm her forehead. Nah, fam. Hit her with daps. Like, "What's good, fam?" Unless she know him, then that's different. If they know him, then whatever. Hugs all around. Because, like I said, Cindy knows all my boys that she's friend with. So, fucking my boys, Ty Boogie, Cord, Rich, Mike, Marcus, fucking Nathan, Cole, Eric, all my boys. Like, if they hugged Cindy, like, I wouldn't care because, like, she knows them. Like, I know them. So they all family to me. But like, if it was just some random dude that I ain't never met before, or like an ex, best believe like you guys, I gotta lump him up, and now I gotta lump you up too, because you knew better. You knew better. You still tried me. You still tried me. Now I gotta hit you with the Ike Turner. Somebody gotta eat the cake. Somebody gotta eat the cake. Like, man. Sometimes y'all women just be pushing the buttons for no reason. I seen this video of this woman. She was like, oh, will your boyfriend make you mad so you crease all his Jordans up? That will get you uppercut. You creasing Jordans for no reason? Like you just putting your feet in them and creasing them? Man, that'll get you. That one is the relationship's over. You clearly have no respect for boundaries. You have no respect for the things that I love and the things that I care about if you're doing shit like that. But like you clearly have no respect for yourself or your well-being because you're gonna get hurt like that. Some people do not play. Chivalry isn't dead, but it's far and few in between. It's not a requirement now. Chivalry is not a requirement. Y'all wanted equal rights, equal fights, equal rights, equal lefts. You know what I'm saying? So, like, everything got to be the same. Ladies, don't get offended like when your man get hit on. Especially if you're going to act stupid when a dude hit on you. Perfect story. Brandy. We was at the ball, right? Ball about 3 years ago. We at the ball and the squad is with us, right? We with the squad. My boy Ty Boogie. Tyson is fucking getting down in the middle of the dance floor, right? Tyson is he's not even looking. His eyes are closed and he's like dancing. He boogieing. Tyson boogieing. We all hyping him up. Oh, go Tyson. And then this woman, we don't even know this woman. She came in the middle of the squad, like middle of the circle that we set up around Tyson and started dancing with Tyson. Immediately, all simultaneously, all 10 of us immediately looked at Brandy. Brandy was like, oh, hell no, hold up. Went and yanked this woman up in the middle of the dance floor. Like, you better get your hands off my man. And like, I thought Brandy was going to stab this bitch. I swear, she was shook. That woman was shook. Brandy had her shook. And Brandy does not look intimidating at all. But she is crazy. However, on the other foot, all of a sudden, Brandy get approached by some random dude in the goddamn grocery store, and she acted all innocent, like she don't know who the fuck it is. Tyson should have put hands on you. I love you, Brandy. But Tyson should have, don't be mad when he kill you in the side piece. You know what I'm saying? He'll be well within his right. And I'm going to testify. I told you. Tyson kill you, I'm going to be at your funeral talking about you wasn't shit. Because I'm all for the squad. So if you're, like, ladies, if your man kill you, I'm going to be at the funerals. Like, they can pay me. They can hire me. Even if I didn't know you. They can hire me and I'll go to the funeral and say you wasn't shit. I don't care. Because us men be getting done dirty. We get the short end of the stick. Y'all wanted gender equality. Y'all want equal opportunity. But y'all don't really want it. Y'all want it when it benefits y'all. When a nigga come up in this crib in the middle of the night, I want that same gender equality. Like, so when a nigga come busting through the window in the middle of the night, kicking down the door, I'ma stay in the bed, be like, babe, go check out that noise. Right? Because that's what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted that equality. So get your ass up and go see what that noise was. Because I'm scared too, right? I'm not trying to hear none of that at all. I'm not trying to hear it. Shit. Or we can go down there together. We go down there shoulder to shoulder. Or I can go down there behind you in case he got a gun. I throw you in front of them bullets. You know what? I'll protect the kids and you go fight the burglar. Because, you know, I'm more equipped to carry the kids and hop out of a window than you are. So I'm like, if it's a second story, like, you're not going to survive that fall to be able to get up and run off with the kids. Only I'm going to be able to survive that. So you go fight him off, or at least slow him down, bite him, pinch him, something, while we get away. Sacrifice yourself. Women don't like to sacrifice themselves. They want to be rescued. They want to be the damsel in distress. I'm trying to be the damsel in distress now. I'm the one need help. I'm trying to be the stay-at-home dad. You know what I'm saying? The roles are reversed. It's equal opportunity. Y'all need to learn that. It's not just, oh, you got to open doors and blah, blah, blah. We want the same pay. Yeah, I want the same pay, but I also want the same consequences. You're not going to get the same jail time for the same crime because they take pity on y'all because y'all women. Which is nothing's wrong with that. just give me the same time that y'all get. Y'all get less time, I want less time. Like women. Another thing, y'all want equality? Start hitting on men more. Y'all not gonna do that. Y'all too scared. Y'all egos are too fragile for that. Women's egos are so fragile. They get rejected, their bodies shut down. Like they don't know what to do. Like, what? A man doesn't want me? What is this? Like, because they think every man wants them. Well, not all of them, but most of them think like men want them. They were like, oh, I can get a man whenever I want to. Let men stop approaching you. It's gonna get real lonely and cold in that bed. That's like, masturbation ain't gonna work forever. Sometimes you need the real thing. You know what I'm saying? But so like y'all just need to like I said, hit on men, make men feel good. You know, go to the grocery store, be like, man, those some nice shoes. Your arms looking real nice. Only men do that to other men. Only like men go to the gym. Men go to the gym for women to like fall in love with a motherfucker with a dad bod. Like, what am I working out for? For dudes, that's what you're working out for. Because dudes are the only ones that recognize your gains. Like, yo, you been in the gym? Your arms looking kind of big, dog. Oh, yo, for real? Yeah, I've been putting up that weight, dog. Only dudes recognize that. Females don't recognize that. They don't recognize the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears that we put into the gym. Like I'm saying, like y'all need to start recognizing that thing. Just like y'all want to do to recognize when you got your hair done, your nails done, or when you want them to listen to your day, how shitty Karen was at work, how you can't stand Karen, or whatever it is. You want them to listen to you. You want them to compliment you and all this. You want them to make you feel good, build your self-esteem. Men like the same thing. They say that it don't matter to them, whatever. They care. Tell a man like he dressed nice, like, man, you over there looking like a whole snack. Like, that's my man over there looking like a snack. I guarantee it boosts his confidence up. You know what I'm saying? And hit on men. Like, if you're a single lady, you see a dude that's cute, don't wait for him to hit on you. Go hit on him. That's like the most flattering thing ever. I've been hit on once. Maybe a couple times. But one time that I really remember. So, like, I used to go to Clippers games, right? Because I'm a Spurs fan, and the Clippers games are cheaper than the Lakers games. So, and this was, I bought this ticket for my birthday. It was a February game, and it was actually the last game that Tim Duncan played against the Clippers. It was the last time I saw him live. So I pull up to the stadium. I'm waiting on my boy T. So I was like, yo, I go to this chick. Her name was Bria. I remember her name. And I was like, yo, can I go down and like get a picture, get an autograph? Because my seat was like way up in the rafters. We had the nosebleeds that time. She was like, yeah, sure, go ahead, go down there. So I go down there and get the little video or whatever. They wouldn't really sign their autograph. So I come back up, I'm having a conversation with her, just talking about regular shit or whatever. And I was like, yo, so how much does the food cost here? Like, I bet it's like expensive here, right? Like, she was like, yeah, it's like $12 for a beer, like $7 for a hot dog or some shit, some wild shit. And I was like, yo, that's wild. I was like, yo, I might as well just cook my own food and bring it and sneak it up in the fucking stadium, right? And then she hit me with it, bro. Like, I felt so, like, it was such an honor to be hit on by a female, and like a very attractive female at that. And she was like, oh, so that's what you do? You cook food for them and knock their socks off, and then they picking them up in the morning? I was like, or no, it's like knock their clothes off and picking them up in the morning. Some shit she said. And I was like, wow. Yo, this is what it feels like. This is what women feel every time they get hit on, right? Like, this is how it feels to be like hit on by, like, obviously it's not the same because women get hit on way more frequently than dudes. So it gets annoying at some point. But, for a guy to get hit on, like, it's like, and I know it happens to some guys a little more often than, but yeah. It's flattering, especially for guys that don't get hit on. Like, I've been hit on a few times, but like, it's just not like, it's not a regular thing at all. Especially when they see like a confident guy, like they see a confident guy. Like, it's not often that they're gonna like hit on them, because if you see when you see someone that's super confident, same thing with like dudes. Like, they see a chick that's like super confident, like the chances they feel in their mind the chances of her saying no are greatly increased. So they're not gonna hit on it just because no one wants, like, it's not that dudes care about, like, it's not that dudes are hurt by getting rejected, but why am I wasting my time, right? Like, I'm not gonna waste my time if I know you're gonna say no, or if you're not gonna give me the time of day. So Ladies, just give the guys the time of day. You don't even have to go hit on dudes, like I said. Like, you could just give them the time of day. Like, don't just blow them off when they ask you a question or something. Don't lie. Don't lie and say you got a boyfriend when you know you ain't got no boyfriend. Like, if you want, like, give them your number and just block them if you don't want to talk to them. You can easily block somebody. I mean, but then again, they might change up phone numbers and call you from different numbers and shit, and then that shit get crazy. You know what? Just stop giving your numbers out. Just give out your Snapchat. Give us your Snapchat, your Instagram, or whatever. When I was big into Snapchat, I wouldn't even ask people for their number. I'd just be like, yo, follow me on Snapchat. Like, when I had a lot of followers on Snapchat, but I don't anymore. But, yeah, like, ladies, y'all just you gotta have equal, you gotta be equal to get equal. Gotta be equal to get equal. You gotta support your men, whatever they do. Like, you can't be expecting men to like be already established in their life. Okay, if he like 50 and he ain't got nothing going for him, that's different. But like, I'm talking about like my generation, my age group. I'm 28. Like, so, like, you can't always expect because some dudes develop slowly. They don't know what they want to do. Shit, some women just develop slowly. Like, maybe he's just got out of college and he's still trying to find himself, or maybe he took a couple of years off, or whatever he's doing. Or maybe he has some struggles in his life. You don't know what somebody's going through, but you looking from the outside and you saying, oh, well, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, he ain't got this, he ain't got that. But who knows what he's gonna have 5, 6, 7, 8 years down the road. But y'all want hot pocket men, like men that's, you gotta adjust something here, adjust something there, and then ding, and he done. Versus some people ain't a hot pocket. Some people is goddamn roast beef or brisket, or like something like that takes time to prepare, right? So like, you can't expect men to be fully established, especially when some of y'all women aren't fully established yourself. Like, a lot of women don't even live by themselves no more. Like, they still living with their parents, but let a dude be living with his parents. Like, women would stay with their parents and there would be no consequences to it. No dude's gonna judge you for staying with your moms, right? I mean, if you're too old, then I'd be like, you kind of a little old to still be staying with your moms, right? But like, when a dude's staying with his mom, it's crazy. Like, it's a double standard. Like, oh, you staying with your mom? Like, oh, clearly he ain't got his shit together. Girl, you need to leave him. Go find a man that got his own place, his own ride, whatever. A man that got his own ride, but I gotta come pick you up because you ain't got no ride. I give it to the girl that finessed me back in the day. At least she drove there and had her own ride. If she'd have, that's why she did it. Because if she'd have tried to finesse me and I gave her a ride there, oh, I'm leaving her at that theater. Without question. Without question, I'm leaving her there. The fuck? I don't know, man. Ladies, y'all just gotta dig deep and realize that you ain't the shit like you thought you was. You not. You got something that every woman got, and that's a pussy. Y'all come with that. You're born with it. It doesn't make you no different than anyone else. But also, men, we got to stop judging women for the things that they do. If a woman want to sleep around, let her sleep around. She can have 75 bodies. Whatever, it don't matter. You just trying to be the best of that 75. Be the best dick that you can be. That's your only goal in life. When you get with a chick with bodies, that's your goal. You're trying to be better than the rest of those. And people can say it's insecure. No, it's not insecure. It's just, well, I guess it is kind of insecure, but whatever. I used to be like that when I was younger. Like, a chick that had multiple bodies, oh, I can't be with. I'm too shallow. My ego is too fragile. If you tell me my shit's small, if I put my shit out and you tell me my shit's small compared to like your last dude, I got to kill you and I got to kill myself because I can't live with that truth. I've never had that happen, ever. But I'm just saying, at that time when I was younger, when I was like 19, 20, like, oh, if you'd have told me that, like, it's about to be a murder-suicide. I can't deal with it. My ego is too fragile at that point. But like now, like, I remember talking to a chick that said she lost count after like 56. I mean, that's a very specific number, but like, that's what she said. And I could only take her for her word. If she said she smashed 56 or more than 56, she lost count at 56, that's her. Like, but I didn't judge her. Like, it is what it is. That's none of my business. I don't give a fuck who you fucking. You're not fucking me. So, things need to be equal. We is genders need to support each other. That's my thing. Support who supports you. Whoever supports you, whether it's man, woman, wildebeest, whatever it is, they support you. They support you. Support them back. Support them back. Because it'll just grow. Like the energy will grow. You pay it forward. If you've never seen that movie, it's a great movie. Pay it forward. You help someone, that person helps someone else. They just pay it forward. Makes the world a better place. Also, I don't know. This podcast thing has been pretty fun. It's been pretty fun. It's been a great hobby of mine. I enjoy doing it. There's not really much that I enjoy doing these days. I don't get to ride my motorcycle as much as I would like to. So the podcast is really fun. So always send in your questions, and I'll make the time to answer your questions for you. Last few things I'd like to do is I'd like to, if anyone has like a business or something that they're starting up, or if you're starting up a podcast or a radio show or something like that, and you would like my platform's not big at all. It's not, but I can, it's better than nothing. Like I have a platform that I can tell people about whatever you have going for you. If you want them to buy something, or if you want to advertise something, or if you have a podcast you want people to listen to. Because if you have if my podcast inspired you to do a podcast, or if you were thinking about doing a podcast and my podcast inspired you to actually go forward with it, I will 100% listen to your podcast. 100%. And I will shout it out on my podcast. If you have like a clothing line or something, I have a buddy, Jojo. Whenever the hoodie gets here, I'll wear it. That way it can be in the video. Also, I'll shout it out. So you can have that. Nick, when your podcast comes out, or when you just get the name of it, I'll shout it out here when you put it up. And if you need it, if anyone needs any help, like I'm not like perfect at this by any means or any stretch of the imagination. I'm not perfect at this, but if you need help, I will help. I'm glad to help, just because like I believe 100% in paying it forward and supporting those that support you. And last, I'd like to shout out my barber, Carrie. Carrie always be keeping me right every Sunday. So if y'all out here in San Diego and you need a good cut, because I know it's somebody that need a good cut out here, need a good cut, go to Barber Box on Rosecrans. It's literally right here down the street. So and Carrie will get you right for a good price. Also, if you need a haircut in Houston, go shout out my boy Mike Money Mitch on Instagram, and Marcus, that boy Marcus. Mike cut hair. He cut some good hair. So if y'all need a cut out there, just hit him up. He'll get you right. Anybody that's trying to do a podcast, if you need some help, just hit me up. Or if you have any questions, just hit me up. Everyone that supported me, thank you so much for helping me out. I'm trying to think. Oh, if you need cover art, my cover art for this video and for the podcast was done by my sister, my big sister. So if you need that, like just DM me on Instagram. My personal Instagram is craig.no.friday. And then the podcast Instagram is @UC_podcast. That's the Instagram for that, or Facebook. If you need any like cover art, my sister did the cover art. She also did the cover art for a book. And once I get, because I asked for a copy of the book. Once I get the book, I'll bring it on the podcast and I'll show everybody. And I'll shout out the names if anyone wants to read it, and just so y'all could see like the work that she's done. But she, like I said, she did the cover art for the podcast, and a lot of people liked it. So if y'all need that, just DM me and I'll get y'all in contact with her for that. And by the way, Charlene, thank you. Love you. Yeah, I think that's the end of episode 2. Hopefully I'll see y'all next week for episode 3 if the coronavirus don't kill me. You know, they putting us on lockdown, so I should have plenty of time to do podcasts. I don't have shit else to do at all because I can't go nowhere. My trip got canceled. Fuck the Marine Corps. I'm saying, don't fuck the Marine Corps, but fuck the DOD because they canceled my trip to Florida. So I can't even go to Florida to see my boy Nate, Eric Colt. I love y'all. Y'all need to come out to California so we can do a podcast episode together. All right. And then squad, y'all definitely know when we link up, we gonna start our own podcast. Everybody else, I'll see y'all next week.